Hey guys, and welcome to my Pikmin 2 playthrough. My dad's playing Fallout 4 in the other room. Pikmin has kind of the same vibe, but it's a lot more calming because instead of, or at least on first glance. Oh yeah, I already unlocked the challenge mode on this file. Maybe I should switch over to a different account. Which profile do I not have save data on? Oh. So I guess I'm just gonna play on my alternate profile, at least for the time being. Let's just select File 1. Hokate Freight is a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar vacation. There, he was aided by indigenous creatures, which he called Pikmin. This is a recap of the events of the first game, in case you didn't figure it out. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped, but in his absence, his employer, Hokate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. And so we join Olimar, shortly after the events of the original Pikmin. Planet Hokate. Oh, wow. Is the rest of the planet like this, or is it just President of Hokate Freight and local employee Louie? Olimar, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes, very glad, quite glad, but sadly, I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On his first mission, Louis here met a ravenous space bunny. His entire load of golden brown carrots was eaten. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan. The only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. As for the rest of our loan, we have no means to repay it. Whereas Olimar's grasping the devastation of this. Olimar, what is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your child? Treasure, treasure, treasure. Money, 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 money. Initiating valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. This thing's worth 100 Pokos? That's more than a year's salary! What? There are more on that planet? They can help repair our debt! Louis, you dolt! Look alive! You must depart immediately! With Captain Olimar! Anyway, yeah, I've played this game before, but I've only 100%ed it once. In my defense, though, it's a really hard game. Especially the later cavern. The later caverns are basically hell. And so here we are on the distant planet. New area this time, the Valley of Repose. That was close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. Alert, danger, Louis is missing. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Alamar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. Help them. Use the left joystick to put the cursor near the Pikmin and press the B button to call them with your whistle. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry farther. Remember? Of course! It's only been like a couple months since I played the original Pikmin. Anyway, they seem to remember me. The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Alamar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Yeah, of course they remember him. He gave their species a chance for survival. He taught them how to fight for themselves, to work as a group, and not to just cower in an onion. Anyway. Hold A to grab a Pikmin, and then release to throw it. Appreciate the help, ship computer, but I already know how to play Pikmin. Attention, Captain Olimar. I have just re-established my communications link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Louis, allow me to assess your condition as per our safety protocols. Are you at all injured? No. Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press the plus button to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Not much here, but to be fair, it's the tutorial area. object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. The seed of the onion just sprouted. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I really have a ton of other options. Louis, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. It's kind of cute. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want it to take action. A squad of them can do a lot. You can disband a squad of Pikmin that's following you by pressing X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling picnic carrots was strikingly accurate. Louis, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? Is he gonna eat the Pikmin? Please, God, don't. The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes! The Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems holding A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. Anyway, day one's pretty slow. It just establishes the controls. And it's kind of a recap for the story in case you forgot what happened in the original Pikmin or didn't play it. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because of this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press ZL to move the camera behind the ZL button to move the camera behind you. Also press ZR to zoom in or out, and up or down on the right joystick to change angles. On the right directional pad. Oh, and press left or right on the right directional pad to rotate the camera. Yeah, I can see him. Captain Olimar, Louis, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to change leaders. Ironically, those are also the punch buttons in Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think it's just a coincidence, but still. Anyway, while we're waiting for the Pikmin to get the core, while we're waiting, well, oh well, might as well tell you. Might as well tell you now. So the way I prefer to do games is, I usually play them once, and so I can have foresight for the next time I play. Because if it's a game people are really excited about, like, say, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's gonna kind of be hard to play it without spoilers. Like, I think I might have accidentally given this away, and but let's just say the final boss of Donkey Kong Bonanza is an old foe. Come on, this has been dragging on for like 20 minutes already. Get to the damn ship. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. However, to communicate with Hocotate, we must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not be able to return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. Oh yeah, like almost all the creatures in Pikmin are nocturnal and are incredibly hostile. Especially towards the Pikmin. So let's review the first day, even though I already know what happened. We have 280 Pokos. We're not even 5%. We're about like 2% into our goal so far. We're up to 20 Pikmin total. An improvement over yesterday. To be fair though, how long would it take to get from the distant planet to Hocotates? I don't think the time is ever specified. Maybe in Pikmin 3? I mean, Kopai is pretty close to Hocotates, so Kopai seems like it would be pretty close to Hocotates, so maybe I'm looking into this a bit too much. And besides, like I said, Pikmin 3 is one of those games I should probably play before I... Anyway, email and then we end the day. You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check on your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. Keep up the pace. Ugh. Anyway, that's it for day 1. See you on day 2, which is probably going to be a little bit from now. Hey guys, and welcome back to Pikmin 2. By the way, there was about a day-long gap between this. I had a bit of an argument with my dad, and well, I don't think it's the best time to go into it. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? You woke me up at 6. Does it really look like I want to answer that? Does it really look like you want to know the answer to that? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures! I guess being a robot, you can have an excuse for not having feelings. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Well, looks like you're on wake-up duty, Olimar. We're gonna need to gather more Pikmin before we go take on the first cavern of the game. Bonus points if you can guess what it's called beforehand. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit so you can hear what's going on. This looks like a good amount, but I can probably get more through there. Since I guess we got a little downtime, I might as well talk to you what I meant to say yesterday. Well, the day before I recorded the first part of this video. Anyway. So, I just saw the new Superman movie, and I know I'm not the first one who said this, but it was amazing. I'm not going to spoil it for you for anyone who wants to go out and see it themselves, but definitely worth your time. At the very least, more worth your time than The Man of Steel. James Gunn's Superman is, to put it simply, way better than Zack Snyder's. And I said this on the way out of the theater, but it seems like they might be trying to start up the DC Cinematic Universe again. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen because, well, it's like I said as I was leaving. I don't want them to build people's hopes up again and then just burn it all to the ground again because The guys who play Batman and Superman can't stop arguing. Oh, right. Can't do that yet. Warner Bros. Hasn't been doing... And besides that, Warner Bros. Hasn't been doing well in the last couple of years in the stock market. Gee, I wonder why. And I'd hate for them to do something that they can't commit to. Get involved in something they can't commit to. Because I don't typically care about corporations. They come, they go, and then we spend the next decade taking the piss out of their actions. Sometimes even before that. But, as I was saying, I hate for people to get hyped about like a DC Cinematic Universe comeback and then just have it all fall apart again. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Hey, I'm doing the best I can. I can't be held accountable for the fact that you hired this guy when I was busy being marooned on post-apocalyptic Earth. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. To give orders, hold L while moving the right joystick. It's handy for giving orders to a group. Yes, I know all this. You can review these directions anytime by pressing the minus button. Yes, I'm awake, Sawyer.
Morning.
Morning. Interesting. Oh, that was my brother, by the way. Interesting. Warm air is welling up in the from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I will return any Pikmin outside of that group to the onion. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Enter the emergence cave. First cavern of the game. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Thank you, I guess. Let's just grab the treasure and go. I would suggest we just, grab the treasure and go, though. And try not to linger any longer than we have to. I'd hate for Pikmin to die for my entire group to die on the first cavern in the game. I mean, this is pretty much an extended tutorial. I mean, this is pretty much just an extended tutorial. How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think that beasts will be worth much. Maybe we could sell them to some galactic taxidermists. Maybe we could, sell them to some galactic taxidermists. Well, I understand why they got rid of the product placement in the Switch port. I do kind of think it takes away from the realism. I do think it kind of takes away from the realism. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louie, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with ZL and up, right? Up, down, left, and right on R, yes? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent! Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A to enter it. Anyway, next up on the agenda is probably gonna be Princess Peach Showtime. Because I did promise that a while ago, and I really do want to finish up the game before I... And I really do want to play and finish up the game before I end this channel. Son of a bitch. No, I know what I'm doing. This is a regular thing with Pikmin playthroughs. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Oh wait, I gotta change this. I was playing this on my alternate profile. I got up early this morning, so you can excuse me for being a little tired. So, like I was saying about Princess Peach Showtime, after that, I'm probably going to resume my Donkey Kong Bonanza playthrough because I've been really tempted to play it. And if you're wondering why I'm not getting the treasure, it's part of a speedrun tactic. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath a snowy landscape. The snowy landscape. Clearly it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Whatever could that mean? Observe. Ugh. Sorry. Amazing! A purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers. Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. This is part of the speedrun strategy. I'd also like to keep in mind this is part of the speedrun strategy. Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate that it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. And now we'll go back and you have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first spelunking your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Oh, cool. I just gotta grab one more thing. And then we can be on our way. I kind of want to do another playthrough of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom. I kind of want to give Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle another chance, if only for the opportunity to play Sparks of Hope again. If only to do a Sparks of Hope playthrough. If you recall, I played it back in November of 2023, and I played it back in, I think, November of 2023, and the game's difficult, man, especially if you're going for all the gold trophies. Look, the game's difficult, especially if you're going for all the gold trophies. Luckily, Sparks of Hope doesn't waste time with that nonsense. And I mean, they give you a pretty decent recap of the story, even if you didn't finish Kingdom Battle. Even if you didn't buy or finish Kingdom Battle. See, the second time you visit the cavern, the flowers reappear. This also works on a later cavern in the game, the White Flower Garden, so feel free to try it out. What was I gonna say again? It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet, as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 Pikmin will be unable to... Red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Yeah, literally, the weight on it is 101 Pikmin. Way to be specific, Nintendo. Why does my controller have to wait till now to die? Anyway, let's go get the purple Pikmin. Oh my god. Why? Why is this taking so long? I guess while we're waiting. I've said before that I want to do a Miitopia playthrough. Maybe I'll have... Maybe I'll have the Miitopia playthrough be the last thing I do on this channel. Is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere chart. Press plus to contact me, and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left on on the directional pad. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Again, I woke up at 7 this morning, so forgive me if I seem a little tired. Trust me, we're gonna need the extra purple Pikmin later. Alamar and Louie, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable! You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Yeah, unlike the other games in the series, there's no real time limit. At least 1 and 3, there's no real time limit on... There's no real time limit on collecting treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Anyway, the amount of Pikmin rose from 20 to 70, so that's always a good thing. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debts are still with Happy Hocotate's savings and loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Glad to see that you can still have a sense of humor in a situation like this, boss. I know he may be lazy, and I know a lot of people in the Pikmin fandom give him shit about being lazy and greedy and all that, but lazy and greedy and kind of a coward, but I mean, the dude literally braved a planet full of alien bugs. And spoilers. Sorry. I've played this game before, and which makes it different from the next two games I'm gonna end up playing. Anyway, that's all for this time. I would recommend that you like it. It's not like I hate to act like a person from this generation, but I would like it if you liked and subscribed. I mean, us small channels gotta stick together, right? The algorithm isn't friendly to people like us, so we gotta stick together, you know? Like the great Abraham Lincoln said, "A house divided against itself will and cannot stand." Well, some pronunciations of the quote differ. Anyway, that's it for now. See you next time.